Last Sunday was one of those days where I simply had no motivation. I didn't feel like running, however, I still went for it. So I wonder why? Why do I keep doing this to myself? Why do I keep running even when I have no motivation? So I digged a little bit into this and it turns out that the answer is pretty simple. Motivation follows action, not the other way around. Motivation is actually unreliable. It is an emotion, it is a feeling, so it comes and goes. And there are so many things that it depends on, a lot of external factors. You cannot just say, I'm motivated. Maybe you had a rough last night. Maybe you've had a very hard week at work and you don't feel like it at the end of the week to go out at 5 a.m. and have a run, which is actually my case. But definitely you will not feel motivated to do the things you want to do. Motivation will just let you down a lot of the time. So that brings up the question, how do I take action on something that I'm not feeling motivated for? And the answer is actually systems. Systems beat feelings. In my case, I needed a system that would work for me. I got a training plan where my training was all laid out in a PDF. I just had to go and check, okay, tomorrow I have to do this. So I didn't have to have the motivation to actually go and train. I just knew that there was something that I had to do. So am I following? Did I complete week 1 properly? Did I complete week 2 properly? So many times I didn't want to go out for a run, but I said, okay, it is just an easy run. But then you have to think, how do I keep a system that is actually doable, that is real, that is something you can do? Because you will find a lot of stuff like this is the perfect training plan for beginners. If I was a beginner in 2026, I would do this. And they are all amazing, just that in this video, I'm considering everybody's just a beginner starting from nothing. You need a system, you need a training that is actually real, it's actually a thing that you can do. So what should you do to have a system that is doable? You just have to lower your expectations. That is key. I've mentioned it in other videos. You have to lower your expectations at the beginning. We all want to run a marathon. Yes. Do we realize what it takes? And then we simply are like, okay, maybe I just run 5K for the rest of my life, which is totally fine, it's totally amazing. Or 10K, I mean, they're not short, actually. 5K is something that most of people won't be able to run. So if you're a person that is just looking for having a time out and having some fun and not have the pressure of going for a half marathon, a full marathon, you can just keep running for 5K for the rest of your life and you will just enjoy it more than any other athlete that is chasing a time. And I understood that too. I had to lower my expectations. Of course I wanted to run a marathon at the beginning, but then I realized, who is chasing me? Who is behind my back with a knife telling me you have to continue? No, nobody. So let's say that you don't want to follow a complex training plan. You just want to run, right? To keep it as simple as possible, which we should all do. I would suggest you have a minimum run that could be a system on itself. For example, a 10-minute run. No matter what, no matter how you feel that day, you just go out and you run for 10 minutes. Doesn't matter if it is down the road, doesn't matter where it is. You just commit yourself to, okay, if I have to run, I have to do it at least for 10 minutes. For example, I am reading. I'm not myself a reader, but I started to like fantasy books and I started to read Brandon Sanderson's. But those are big books and I'm not a reader. But I committed myself. I mean, I have to open the book and at least finish a page. And that's my minimum thing. Because then every day I did open the book, I did read, and that helped me to start building up momentum. And now I usually read every day. So the same with running, just have a minimum run that you can just go out for, I would suggest 10 minutes minimum. Why? I don't know, it sounds better. But have a minimum run that you can commit to. And that is your system. And something that really helped me to stay motivated and keep doing this, keep running, I had an identity shift. When I started, I would run for 1 minute and then rest for 1 minute. And I started to progress. Week after week, I would increase the minutes that I would run to 2 minutes, then rest 1 minute, 3 minutes, then rest 2 minutes, and so on. At that moment, I had to tell myself, even though I am not running for 5K, 10K, 21K, I'm a runner because I just went out and I started to run. I'm someone who runs. And I repeat myself when doing those type of trainings. I am a runner. And that changes everything. Because it doesn't matter what training you're working on, it doesn't matter what you're doing, it doesn't matter your shoes, it doesn't matter your distance, your pace. From the moment I choose to go out and run, I feel like I'm the best runner in the world. And that is something nobody can take away from me. Maybe everybody's going to laugh at my Strava metrics, but the feeling that I went out knowing I'm a runner because I'm doing this is one of the best feelings. And that is actually the feeling, it's actually the identity that is going to take you to run your first 5K, your first 10K. But you need to have that identity shift from now on. You are a runner, and this is something that I love about this sport. Every day I realize even more that I don't need any validation from nobody else than myself. That every day is a win. Oh shoot. That when I'm tired is when I feel more alive than ever. And I wish you the same. Keep running easy and show up every day. And remember, motivation follows action, not the other way around. This is another video on a series of beginner videos that I'm making. I would appreciate if you go out and check all the other videos that I have on my channel. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. If you think this needs to be heard by someone, please share it with that someone. I am trying to upload every Friday and hopefully more than just once a week, because I'm starting this as well. So thank you so much for watching and see you in the next one.